You've probably seen those videos that say, I got paid $500 for a 30-second video. And yeah, that sounds amazing, right? I've landed high-paying UGC deals too. But let me be brutally honest with you, most of the time this is fake. Today I'll break down why most creators never actually land those deals and how you can make that kind of money consistently. And we're gonna cover why this number is mostly fake, the system that makes it possible, and the exact system I use to turn $500 gigs into $2K per month retainers. Yes, $500 for a 30-second video can happen, but not the way most creators think. The people posting these videos make it seem like brands are just handing out $500 every time you film a product demo on your iPhone. That's not reality. Here's the reality. Brands don't pay for your aesthetic video, they pay for systems that deliver predictable ROI. What creators don't tell you is how $500 actually came to be. It usually starts with a smaller $200 or $300 deal up front, then you upsell, you stack on usage rights, raw footage, additional hooks, and extra call to actions. And that is how you get paid more per video while also providing the real value to the brand. Upsell is the big word here, and in 10 seconds, I'll show you why even a mediocre upsell system still beats great content. Let me start with this. Forget the mindset, I don't want to sell, or I don't like being salesy. Everything is on sale. And if you want to build a real business, you need to learn how to sell. Upselling is not about being pushy, it's about providing more value and capturing the full opportunity of every single deal. Look, if you've ever landed a one-off $200 project and felt stuck wondering why the next one never came, or if you've ever had a brand say, we'll let you know, then disappearing right after delivering your best work, or even you've been lucky enough to get a $500 payment once, but you couldn't repeat it no matter how many pitches you sent, then what you need isn't more talent, more aesthetic, or more trendy edits, you need to upsell. Because at the end of the day, if you actually want to build income that stacks, momentum that compounds, and relationships that lead to consistent brand retainers, you cannot afford to be the creator who's just happy to get paid once, send over their files, and disappear quietly. You need to squeeze every last bit of value from each deal, not just for your income, but to actually help the brand win. And it all starts with how you upsell. And this is how I did it. A few months ago, I filmed a simple UGC ad for a skincare brand. And at first, it was just a $300 project. They wanted one short video for testing. I delivered it, they liked it, and I thought it was done. 6 months later, I get an email from the brand. The ad was performing well, and they wanted to keep running it for another 180 days. This is where usage rights come in. Most creators would just say yes and move on. But I had a system. Every time a brand wants to extend usage, I have a clear pricing based on time and platform. And in this case, I invoiced them for extended usage rights. That one email turned my $300 project into a $700 one. No extra filming, no extra work, and that's when I realized upselling is not a bonus, it's a core part of running a UGC business. The first video is just the beginning. With a system, you turn one project into multiple paydays. And from that point on, here's exactly how I upsell most of my deals. During delivery, right when I deliver the initial video, I plant the seed. And this is the easiest moment because the brand is happy and they have content and they see the value. I simply say something like, by the way, if you want to use this for ads, I can license you full usage rights. That opens the door and I'm not being pushy. I'm offering more value when they're most likely to say yes. Number 2, sometimes I'll post the content organically and tag the brand. When that happens, brands often see engagement and positive feedback. This creates momentum. And now they're seeing the video work, so it becomes very natural to say, looks like your audience is responding well. If you want to scale this further, I can license the footage for paid ads too. Number 3, the pitch. When the conversation moves towards licensing or usage, I use a price anchor to make the deal feel like a no-brainer. Normally, brands pay me $2,000 for full commercial rights, but since you're a repeat client, I can do it for X amount, or $1,000. Now, $1,000 feels like a great deal. The anchor actually makes your offer feel like a discount, even though you're increasing your deal size. The key is timing. You're always positioning the upsell when the brand already sees the value you provide. You're not selling, you're guiding them to invest more into what is already working. And honestly, that is just scratching the surface because most creators stop right here. But if you know what you're doing, there are multiple ways you can stack even more revenue on top of every single deal. So here are 6 things you can upsell today, even on your first deal. Usage rights, licensing fees monthly, quarterly, or yearly, B-roll packages, raw extra shots they can use for ads, raw footage delivery, and brands love having the source files. Organic packages, posting on your own channels for social proof, extra hooks, filming multiple intros or hooks for split testing, additional call to actions, versions that target different audiences, and more. All right, so now let's talk about the most slept on upsell of all time. And honestly, the easiest one to implement. Usage rates. When a brand wants to run your video as an ad, that means that they're plugging your content into their sales engine. And if it performs, they're gonna wanna keep it live for weeks, months, maybe even the whole year. But here's the part most creators miss. You should never include unlimited usage in your base rate. You start with 30 days, one platform, that's it. And when the brand comes back and says, hey, this is working, can we keep running it? That's your upsell moment. Charge them based on time and platform, and the longer they want to run it or the more platforms they want to use it on, the more they pay. This one shift alone has added thousands to my deals without even filming a single extra clip. And of course, once brands are running ads, they quickly realize one thing. They always need more content. And this is where you can give them more content. Anytime you're filming content, you should always be capturing extra footage, close-ups, packaging shots, lifestyle angles, product interactions, all of it, even if you don't even add it to your actual video. Brands eat this stuff up. They need content variety for editing, split testing, and future campaigns. So instead of just delivering the finished video, offer a B-roll package as an add-on. It's super low effort because you're already filming. Just set your camera up, grab extra angles, and package those clips into a folder. You're not just delivering more content, you're positioning yourself as someone who understands what actually a brand needs to scale. Now, number 3, raw footage. This one is for all brand teams and agencies out there. Sometimes a brand loves your content, but they want to tweak it internally. Maybe adjust pacing, subtitles, or cut new edits, but if you only give them the final video, they're limited. And that's where raw footage becomes pure gold. You don't have to give it away for free, but you price it as an upsell, and when a brand asks for edits, that's your cue to say, sure, I offer full raw footage delivery for X price. It protects your time, it gives them flexibility, and it's another level you can pull to turn a single shoe into multiple paydays. Number 4, organic packages. Posting to your own accounts might seem small, especially if your audience isn't huge. But trust me, this is a credibility lever most creators are sleeping on. When a brand sees a real creator endorsing their product organically, not just in an ad, it builds social proof. Even a micro audience gives them trust and a native reach. So package this as an add-on, and you can say, want me to post it on my feed as well? I can include that as part of the package. And it adds perceived value and positions you as someone who supports the product beyond just a paycheck. Brands notice that and they pay for it. Number 5 is extra hooks. Here's one of the easiest wins in UGC. Most brands are running paid ads. In the first 3 seconds of any ad, that's everything. If the hook doesn't grab attention, the ad dies. The rest of the video doesn't even matter. So you offer hook variations as an upsell. Say, I can film 2 or 3 alternative intros for testing. You're already in front of a camera and it takes maybe 10 extra minutes, but it gives the brand a massive edge in split testing. And guess what? When one of those hooks crushes it, they remember who gave it to them. And that's how you stay in their roster. And even with the perfect hooks, there's still one more lever you can pull that brands love. Additional call to actions. Every audience responds differently depending on where they are in the buying process. This is where you use different call to actions, or CTA. And a CTA is simply what you tell the viewer to do. Buy now is a call to action. Limited time discount is a call to action. Click learn more down below is a call to action. Free shipping today is a call to action. So you can also create call to actions based on objections. And objections are the reason someone might hesitate to buy. For example, what if it doesn't work? Call to action, try it risk-free. It's too expensive. Call to action, limited time discount. Shipping is too expensive. Call to action, free shipping today. Where do I buy it? Call to action, click the button below. So you can test which one works best, and you're helping them convert more buyers. And because you're thinking like a marketer, not just a creator, your value to them goes way up. Now you might be wondering, does this actually work every single time? And my answer is not without systems. You might think you're running a business because you're getting deals, but if you're still manually handling every upsell, every email, every invoice, you're not running a business. You're running a hamster wheel. Most UGC creators focus on strategy. They think about how to film, what angles to use, what trending sounds to pick, and this is where 99% of creators stay stuck. But the strategy alone does not get you paid consistently. Strategy helps you make content, and systems help you make money. So here's the easiest way to think about it. Strategy is like cooking one great meal. Systems are like owning the restaurant. Anyone can follow a recipe and make one amazing dinner. That's strategy. But if you want to serve hundreds of customers every day, you need a kitchen, staff, prep systems, supply chains, schedules, and workflows, and that's a system. Without systems, you are stuck in the kitchen making every plate yourself. With systems, your restaurant runs even when you're not there. So what do I mean by systems? Systems are everything that happens around your content. KPIs. knowing what metrics brands care about, tracking, spreadsheet, CRM, pipeline management, etc. Software, automation for outreach, pitching and delivery, iteration, using data to constantly improve performance, leverage, ways to increase your inputs without burning out. So without systems, you're just freelancing. You own a job, not a business. Bringing it back to UGC, here's why systems matter. A great strategy might help you land one deal, but systems allow you to turn that one deal into multiple deals, multiple upsells, and consistent income month after month. Instead of getting paid $500 once, I can turn that into 2K, 3K, or 5K by stacking upsells automatically inside my system. And you cannot rely on memory or random effort. You need an actual system, because if you don't systemize, you forget. You skip steps, you hesitate to pitch because you are tired, busy, or unsure, and that means you leave money on the table every single time. Without a system, you're guessing. You upsell one client but forget on the next 5. You lose momentum and your income stays inconsistent. Every single deal that enters your pipeline should automatically trigger your upsell system. That means pre-built upsell scripts you simply copy and paste, pricing calculators so you quote with confidence, preloaded templates for emails and invoices. Systems make you consistent. They remove hesitation, they give you confidence, and most importantly, they allow you to scale. And that's why $500 for 30 seconds becomes possible. But only if you stop thinking like a creator and start operating like a business. I get it now. I need systems, but holy crap, that sounds overwhelming. How do I actually build those systems, and what do I even say in the upsells, and how do I price, and how do I manage deals, and what if I forget something? If you want to get the exact systems that I use, they're going to be in my free community, link down below in the description, and you can join today. I built my full upsell system over years, and as a bonus, I've included templates, pricing sheets, and CRM workflows. I'll see you inside.